Welcome to part number 12 of the Link to the Past playthrough. At the end of the last video, I entered the Ice Palace, but I realized I didn't have any magic. So off screen, I went to the magic shop, bought two blue potions, and refilled my magic. You need some magic for this dungeon. Not a whole lot, but I definitely recommend that you come into this dungeon with at least a green potion. I don't think it's required, but yeah, you're gonna want it. Because this is the Ice Palace, so why not take advantage of the fire rod? Because ice is weak to fire, clearly. That's what I've learned from Pokemon anyway. And everything in Pokemon is right. I assume. So yeah, come in with some magic. Blue potions are good, you know, if you want to restore your health too, because some of these later dungeons, they have enemies that will take a lot of health from you. Luckily, we'll be getting some armor upgrades very soon. In fact, I think in this video. But, yeah, it's always nice to have some potions or fairies. I like to carry around 2 fairies, you know, just so I don't have to worry about using potions when my health is low. It's just used automatically for me, which is always nice. Also, you're going to want to come into this dungeon with a lot of bombs. You need quite a few of them to get through this place, and there's some enemies that can only be killed by bombs here, so make sure you're stocked up. Most shops do sell bombs. Not most of them, but some of them do sell some bombs. And you can find some in the dungeon, but not enough. Just make sure you come in with full, or 10 or 15, or however many you have, or your max capacity. And you should be good. Those skeleton enemies right there, they can only be killed by bombs. First you have to hit them with the sword, and then they'll collapse into a pile of bones. Then you have to put a bomb on them. And if it explodes on them before they get up, they will die. But yeah, make sure you got your bombs. It's always nice. And this Ice Palace is just reminding me of how cold it is outside. That's what it looks like outside right now. I mean, I don't know. I think I mentioned this in the last video. I don't know where you all live, but where I live, there is snow and ice for a long time, like 4 or 5 months, starting in November all the way to sometimes April. Usually by the end of March it's gone, but yeah, it's cold. Very, very cold. But I like the cold. Well, I don't like the cold, but I like the snow. And there's always ways to defend yourself against the cold. You can put on an extra jacket or go sit by a fire. See, that's the thing. Everyone says I'm crazy when I think that summer is worse than winter. Everyone says summer is better, summer's the best. It's not. I mean, in the summer, what can you do to escape from the heat? You can't do anything. There's a limit to how many clothes you can take off. In the winter, there's no limit to how many jackets or extra shirts you can put on. There's no limit to that. And then in the winter, you can sit by a fire or turn up the heat. I mean, in the summer, the only thing you can do is up the air conditioner or turn on a fan or something like that. I mean, I don't like summer. Summer is just a miserable time for me. I love winter so much more. But, that's a strange tangent. Why does everyone think that? Why does everyone think that winter is just the worst thing ever and summer's the best? Anyone care to elaborate? Post your favorite season in the comments below. Please, explain to me. Try to convince me that I'm wrong. Maybe you guys have some convincing arguments. But, from what I can see, just winter's superior in every way. Yeah, those skeleton enemies, they'll pop up quite a few more times, so actually a lot of enemies seem to be dropping bombs for me right now. So maybe you don't need to come in with maximum amount. Maybe just 1. Maybe with 1 you'll be good. And those elephant statues, you need to pull on their tongue. The game doesn't really tell you that, but I think that's really cool. And now for the rest of the dungeon, whenever you see those, make sure you try to pull on them. Not all of them have tongues to be pulled, or they have tongues but they can't be pulled. Like this one right here, you cannot pull it. Or maybe, oh no, you can! I was wrong. There are some that you can't pull though, so just remember that. And oh look, we already got the big key. Well, that was quick. Yes, the big key. The big key helps us get the blue mail, which is the upgrade for this dungeon. And as I said before, the blue mail reduces your damage by 25%, much like the blue ring in the original Legend of Zelda. In fact, exactly like the blue ring in that game. But the blue ring was so much easier to get in the original Legend of Zelda. You just had to get 250 rupees and then buy it. You could literally get it before you went into the first dungeon. But the red mail was much harder to get. So it's a trade-off, I guess. I don't know. This dungeon involves a lot of backtracking. There's just a specific order. A specific order of what you have to do and when you gotta do it, and I don't know. I don't hate this dungeon. It's certainly not the worst, but I don't look forward to going to it. It's not as fun as Palace number 7 or Palace number... I like Palace number 6 too. And Palace number... not 3. 2. Yeah, 2. I like 2. So yeah, you're going to be seeing me go through the same areas multiple times. I think at one point I have to do some major backtracking, and then I just cut through all that. Don't make you watch it. I think, I could be wrong, because there's a point in this dungeon where you gotta do something exactly the right way, and if you don't, you have to go all the way back, go to a separate area. It's a confusing mess. And I always love these enemies. These, I don't know what they are, but they're just funny. They're just having a good time, you know. Like diving on the ice and, you know, running on the ice skating in the dungeon. And Link's just gotta go kill him. Why is Link so mean? Why are you doing that, Link? Why? Why is this game rated E for everybody? It should be rated M for murder! It's been so long since I've done that. In fact, I think the last time I did that was the second video I ever made. The, Mega Man X Kirby Challenge, part number 2, Launch Octopus. That was like, I don't even know, 120 videos ago? Can't believe I've never brought that one back up. That's one of my favorite UAA catchphrases, or lines I use. It's one of my favorites. I don't know if you guys like it, but I like it, so I'm going to continue to use it. When you blow that hole in the floor, make sure you fall in the left side. If you fall in the right side, you're going to land to the right of this area, and you won't be able to get this, this upgrade, which is the blue mail. And as I described earlier, the blue mail reduces all damage by 25%, which is great. And it gives you a new look. Your armor is blue, but for some reason your cap is yellow. And I don't really like the yellow cap. It looks really weird to me. I don't like it. Maybe other people do, but to me the yellow cap it doesn't suit Link. But I'll wait until we get to the red mail and see what color cap he has then, because that's even more interesting. I guess interesting-er is not a word. Whatever. More interesting. But that won't be until a long time from now. Part number 16. Actually, that's not too long from now. We're on part number 12. I'm really getting through this game. 12 parts? There's only 17, yes. So yeah, I'm really making my way through this game. When I originally recorded this, I thought it was going to be like 28, 29 parts. And so I wasn't going to post it. You know, I didn't want to post a 30-part playthrough. I don't know, because 30 parts, you know, I post every other day, so that's like 60 days. And it's not, this channel's not really about the playthroughs, it's about the challenges, so I try to keep my playthroughs, you know, short, under 20 parts. Although I feel for one game I'm going to make an exception, but for that one I'll try to post one video every day, so it won't be too long. Yeah, I'll try to post every day, so it'll only be like 30 days or however many parts it is. You'll see when we get there. That won't be for a while. I've got a lot of other playthroughs on my hard drive. I'm good to go for a while. And so here, I think the major backtracking begins, because up 2 floors, I think, there's this block that you have to push down to hit this switch in the middle of the room right here, under that skull. And so I think you have to go all the way back through the dungeon to be able to push that block down. I think. I could be wrong. Am I going to get some fairies right here? I think if you go down this... Yes, if you go down that hole, there will be some fairies. Great if you want to recover some health and waste some time. Why not? And if you don't have any fairies, feel free to stock up. I believe if you go back down, there will be more fairies. So if you need 4, just go down twice and you will find 4. For some reason, I thought that you just had to push this block, but it turns out you need to get another block. I'm pretty sure. This dungeon always confused me. In fact, when I first played this game, like the first 5 playthroughs, you know, when I was like 8 years old and stuff, I thought you had to go to dungeon number 6 to get the item there, and then come back to this dungeon. You'll see why when we get that item, but it helps with these kinds of situations. That's just what I thought. I thought you had to go to dungeon 6 before you could complete dungeon 5. Then I realized that you don't really need it. And here I'm really trying to make it happen. I haven't realized that you need to push down another block. Or there I just did, but... Yeah, you need to push down 2 blocks. The game kind of deceives you. I mean, I don't understand why they didn't just let you push 2 blocks down. Or no, not push 2 blocks. Just push the same block multiple times. I don't understand why they won't let you do that. It doesn't make any sense to me. I don't get it. Did they want you to backtrack or something? In here, I'm still trying to push it. I still haven't realized it. Hit it with the sword, do what you want, try to blow it up. You will not push that block. What am I doing right now? No, don't go in there, UAA. There you go. Geez, you're being stupid, UAA. I should have cut this part out. I'm not sure why I kept it in. But, I did. For no reason. I'm trying to see, no. Okay, I just checked. I do not cut out. I actually show me backtrack all the way. So, you get to watch the whole thing. Yay. Aren't you glad? I'm glad. Those enemies that come out of the walls, I always liked them. You know, they just come out of the wall and just... they scooch across the floor and such. I don't know, I think it's cool. And, have I explained my frustration with ice levels yet? Just in everything. I don't think I have. But, I hate ice levels so much. I hate them. I hate the reduced traction. It really bothers me. It really bothers me. In all kinds of games. I remember in Mega Man 04, I hated the level with the boss that had ice on the floor. It really affects me. I know in every single Mario game in existence, there's always an ice level, and I always hate it. I hate the ice levels. It really messes with, you know, just my general platforming. Actually, I don't think there was a, an ice level in Super Mario World. Was there? No, there wasn't. Huh. Or was there one in the original? I don't know, I'm blanking out right now. But I know in a lot of Mario games there is an ice level. So yeah, I hate them. Maybe in another video I'll explain how much I hate them. It's a long topic. But we're getting to the end of this dungeon, so it's time to face a boss. If you didn't see earlier, in that last room, if you push that block down, you can push it right on the switch and then make your way through. And pull on that tongue and you can escape. But I'm pretty sure the other one you can't pull on, so my statement was correct. I was not wrong. Let's see. Yes, you cannot pull on that one. So my statement was correct. So you gotta push or pull this statue out of the way, hit it with the stake, lift up the giant block, or whatever you want to call it. And if you go under there, you will make it to the boss. You actually don't need the big key to make it to the boss of this level. You only need the big key to get the blue mail. So for this boss, it is a puffball trapped inside a block of ice. So I recommend you pull out the fire rod once again, and just continuously hit it with it. Hit it with it. And after the ice breaks, it will split up into 3 separate puffballs. Continue to use the fire rod until you're out of magic. After you're out of magic, you can either refill it or just hit it with the sword. The sword is pretty effective. Throughout the fight, snowballs will be falling from the ceiling, and when they hit, they'll break into 4 smaller snowballs. Don't really worry about them, just continuously move and it shouldn't be a problem. You should be good. It's not a tough boss. It's actually one of the easiest of the 7 palace dungeon areas. The 7 crystal dungeons, we'll call them. And collect the heart piece, and then you will rescue yet another maiden. So after dungeon number 5, we get into the 2 hardest dungeons. They contain the 2 hardest bosses by far. And yeah, they're not going to be fun. You'll see why. In fact, Palace number 6 reminds me a lot of Level 6 from the original Legend of Zelda. And we'll be seeing Level 6 of the original Legend of Zelda very soon. I have another video of Legend of Zelda. Is it a playthrough? Is it a challenge? I don't know. You'll see. But, I'll see you in part number 13. Until then, this is UAA signing out.